I've been traveling a lot. I was in Dallas recently, Dallas, Texas, and I got a ride to the airport from a cab driver, and we were making small talk. Don't you hate making small talk with a cab driver? I hate it because I feel like I have to agree with whatever they say because they have your life in their hands. Do you guys feel like that? I have no integrity in a cab. He could be like, I think we should be allowed to own homeless people. And I'd be like, totally, man. I've had my eye on a couple myself. I disagree with whatever he says, because I'm afraid I'm gonna be like, that doesn't make sense. He's like, well, maybe this will make sense, you fucking, and then he just kills you. So I just agree. This is what happened. It wasn't even political. We were pulling into the airport, the Dallas-Fort Worth airport, which is an enormous airport, and I said, this airport is huge. I'm very good at small talk. It's one of my skills. I said that, and then he said, oh yeah, this airport right here, bigger than the state of Maine. Let's do that out there. Now that's good. Some of you guys are already laughing. That's great. I was worried because it's Canada, but Maine is your neighbor. You guys are laughing because he's incorrect. That's why you're laughing? He is incorrect. The state of Maine is bigger than the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. In fact, all of the states are bigger than all of the airports. That's how states and airports work. But I went with it. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I wanted to be like, that is literally crazy. You seem like an unstable human being for thinking that that might be true. And then I got out of the cab, and this is embarrassing. I'm ashamed of myself, but I Googled it, because there was a moment where I was like, wait, maybe... That's how much I hate myself, even though I was pretty sure. I was like, what if I'm an idiot? And so I looked it up, and no, for sure, Maine is bigger than the Dallas-Fort Worth airport, just as I suspected, and... Here are the numbers. I'll give you the stats. That way, like, if you're not laughing, I'll give you the numbers, and that way you can better understand what an asshole this guy is. Here are the digits. Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, huge airport, second biggest airport in America, 27 square miles. State of Maine, 35,385 square miles. I mean, this guy wasn't even close. He was off by almost the entire state of Maine. You can't have an airport that big. That's why I was frustrated by it, you know. You get to the airport, you're like, excuse me, I got dropped to the wrong terminal. How do I get to Terminal B? It's a 9-hour shuttle. You have to take a bus 9 hours. You probably are gonna miss your flight. Unless you got here egregiously early. We do have a flight that goes from Terminal A to Terminal B, however. It's a 25-minute flight. And it's delayed right now. It was taxiing on the runway, and the runway is 575 miles long, so I've traveled a lot. I live in New York City. That's a great city to live in. I was on the subway the other day, and it was like packed. It was rush hour. We were all getting off the subway, and it was like shoulder to shoulder, you know, like sardines. And there was a little kid next to me. He was like this high. He kept stepping on my foot like 3 or 4 times. And so I said, excuse me, little buddy, you're stepping on my shoe. And then his mother cut in and went, he's a kid? I was like, yes, I know that. That's why I said, excuse me, little buddy, and not, hey, get the fuck off my shoe, asshole. I feel like I handled that as though he was a little kid. Was that? Oh, he's a little kid, I didn't realize. Get on both feet. I'll walk you down the steps. I thought he was a drunken little person trying to fight me. That's why I got so aggressive. I hated that mother. She should have been on my side. When I was a kid, if I stepped on a guy's foot and he yelled at me, my mother would have been like, do you want to hit my son? Go ahead and hit my child. Take his shoes. He doesn't deserve them. I was on the subway another time recently, and I was just sitting there. It wasn't packed. There was a lady sitting across from me, and we were minding our own business. But then she pulled a Reese's peanut butter cup out of her purse, and she started opening it. And then as she was opening it, she kind of fumbled it and dropped it on the floor of the subway. And then, don't jump ahead. She picked it up and she went like this, ah! And then she threw it back in her purse and went, psh, psh. And I was like, are you doing that for me? Like, you can just eat it. I don't give a shit if you eat that. You can. There's a homeless guy nibbling on a sock over there on the other side. Like, nobody cares. This is a judge-free area. But she just sat there. She made a real scene. She was like, psh. She wanted everyone to know that she wasn't gonna eat it. But then we got to the next stop. And she got off the train. I kind of kept an eye on her because I was fascinated by this lady, and I watched her. She got back on the same train, one car up, and I was like, I think I know what's going on right now. And I kind of watched it through the window, and then she pulled it back out and just ate it on that train car. Yeah. I appreciate that lady. I like that lady. I respect her moves. Here's why I like her. This is why I like her. That lady is me. I'm the woman in this story. I just wanted to kind of feel you guys out to see how you would respond, but I am the lady. I ate that Reese's, and it was delicious, goddammit. I have no regrets, and I blew it up. I'm not an animal. I gave it a good, I brushed it. You can eat food off the ground. You guys know that, right? As long as you're fast. I believe in the 5-second rule, I feel like germs are like, hey, look, a Reese's. Ah, shit, he got it. God damn it, we're never gonna get any candy down here. I gotta go. You guys are great. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.